Good afternoon to everyone at today's public hearing of the Prosecutor Vetting Commission. My name is Christopher Lehman, the chairperson of the commission, and I declare this session to be open. Our commission is established under Law 252 on the external evaluation of judges and prosecutors. Article 22, paragraph 13 of that law provides that this commission will assess candidates for the Superior Council of Prosecutors, Discipline and Ethics Board according to the procedure and criteria regulated by Law number 26 of 2022 on measures related to the selection of candidates for position of members in the self-administration bodies of the prosecutors. The hearing is also being conducted under the Commission's rules of procedures for evaluations under Law 26 of 2022. The subject of today's hearing is Viorel Beiu, a candidate for the Superior Council of Prosecutors, Discipline and Ethics Board. Mr. Beiu, welcome to the proceedings today. I am joined by my colleagues on the commission from my far right, Nadezhda Hryptievsky, Irmantis Mikolonis. To my immediate right, Virginia Mararu, the vice chair of the commission. To my far left, Cornel Lebedinsky, and to my immediate left, Saskia de Vries. The commission is also assisted by members of our secretariat. The hearing is open to the public and to the media. The hearing will be conducted in interpretation into Romanian and English. Accordingly, I ask everyone to speak slowly and clearly to allow for accurate interpretation. The hearing is being recorded, and the recordings of today's public hearing will be available on the Commission's website within 3 days after the hearing. Mr. Beiu, during the hearing, one or more members of the Commission will ask questions to you. Please answer them truthfully and completely. Your explanations are important to the Commission in helping us to verify your financial and ethical integrity. In formulating the questions, our questions, we will take into account your privacy and, where required and possible, privacy of your family members and close persons. So we will leave out any unnecessary details relating to ID numbers, bank account numbers, specific addresses of real estate, and so forth. And for your own protection and privacy, and I very much ask you to take this seriously, we ask you to also do the same in answering questions. At the end of the hearing, we'll give you an additional opportunity to make a closing statement. I will start briefly by reviewing the evaluation process for the candidate. The Commission initiated the evaluation process on the 22nd of December 2023 by notifying the candidate by email and asking you to complete and return an ethics questionnaire and a financial declaration form. The candidate returned the completed questionnaire and declarations on the 29th of December 2023. As part of the evaluation of the subject's ethical and financial integrity, the Commission also obtained information from a variety of other sources. Those include the National Integrity Authority, the State Fiscal Service, the General Inspectorate of the Border Police, other public institutions, financial institutions, and open source material. The Commission assesses information it obtains from these sources for its relevance and reliability. The Commission sent the candidate 4 rounds of questions on the 15th of July 2024, the 28th of August 2024, 18th of September of 2024, and the 1st of October of 2024, to which the candidate responded. On the 8th of October of 2024, the Commission invited you to attend today's hearing, and at that time we notified you of specific topics that would be addressed at the hearing today. Viorel Beiu, again, thank you for appearing today. I will begin with a few brief questions to you, and I ask you to respond in a complete and truthful manner. First, I want to ask you if you wish to make any additions or corrections to the answers that you have previously provided to the Commission's request for information.
Good afternoon, Honorable Commission. I have nothing to add What I have sent to the Commission is sincere from all points of view. I have nothing to add.
Thank you. And I want to confirm the answers that you provided in the 5-year declaration and the ethics questionnaire that were returned on 29 December 2023, are those still accurate as of today?
Mr. Chair, they are fully correct.
Thank you. At this time, I will yield the floor to my colleague, Ermantis Mikolonis, who will follow up with you on additional questioning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. Good afternoon, Mr. Beiu. So, first of all, I would like to thank you for already provided information. The last information that we received was today. But we still have some questions regarding construction of your residential house in Chisinau municipality, Sinjera, and we have doubts regarding the period of construction and source of funds used for the construction of house. So according to data from the information system e-Cadastre, you own the following real estate: a land plot for construction in Chisinau municipality, Sinjera. Land plot was registered on 5th April 2006 and acquired through the contract of sale purchase on 3rd April 2006 at the contractual price of 20,000 lei. The cadastral value of the land plot is 79,726 lei. And the second dwelling house of 161 square meters at the same address in Chisinau municipality, Sinjera, that was registered on 16 December 2018 and acquired through Final Acceptance Act of 22nd November 2018. The cadastral value of the house is 491,963 lei. Is this information correct?
Exactly.
According to the information available to the Commission, in the 2019 and 2020 annual declarations, you declared that the value of your house is 800,000 lei. In your annual declarations for 2021 and 2022, you declared that the dwelling house in Sinjera was acquired in 2016, and the value is, as previously mentioned, 491,963 lei. Is this information correct?
Esteemed Commission, if I may, I would like to provide some explanations in relation to your question. Indeed, I have a house in Sinjera. Initially, in the declaration of assets and interests, I declared the amount of 800,000 lei because that was the market value of the house. But subsequently to verification from NIA, I had to make some corrections and mention 91,000 that you mentioned. I just want to make sure it was a typo. It was not 2019, but 2016, the final acceptance document.
So, could you confirm now that you declare the cadastral value of your house in your annual declaration for 2021 and 2022?
Yes, I confirm now that the National Integrity Authority was insisting on that, and I made the corrections and declared 491,000.
And could you confirm, as you said today, that the market price of your dwelling house and land plot in Sinjera in 2019-2022 was 800,000 lei, the market price?
Esteemed Commission, as in every house, the price is growing from a year to another. I did not make an evaluation of a house in 2021 and 2022, but I believe it must be much higher than it was evaluated. The market price, I presume, is higher, but I cannot confirm that to the Commission because I did not carry out any evaluation of the house to know how much it is worth right now.
Thank you. Could you explain, have you calculated the cost of constructing of your house in Sinjara, and how much have you spent for constructing of this house?
Esteemed Commission, unfortunately, I did not make calculations, but going through the materials that the Commission provided, and I'm thankful for them, I saw that the Commission has doubts about the expenses incurred for the construction of the house. Esteemed Commission, in 2006 I was 24 years old. I graduated university in 2004. In 2005, I came back to Moldova because I studied at university in Romania. And then I came back and my mother had the idea to build a house. Honestly, I did not handle that very much. It were my cousins, because my mother, they were working abroad in Italy. Unfortunately, I did not keep any receipts generally during that period of time. Esteemed Commission, all let's say, construction-related things, they were bought at the market. We are a country in transition. We evolve from a day to another with the support of EU. Like right now, we started to fill out the essay declaration according to an appropriate model. But back then, we were not keeping all these receipts and things. However, Esteemed Commission, given, well, I understood from the materials that you gathered and the questions that the Commission asked that there are doubts. Therefore, I prepared an evaluation report. I'm sorry I could not provide it with at least one day before the hearing, because some data I received really slowly, especially about my mother's income, who is in Italy and she has official income. I made a report and I provided it to the Commission. So I tried to explain, to describe my father's income in the years 2006 and to 2008 and my mother's income in Italy between 2006 and 2008. I provided that report by email to the Secretariat of the Commission. I made an analysis more or less to the best of my abilities, so that to prove it to the Commission that, at that time my parents had the possibility to build such a house.
But question, how much have you spent for constructing a house? Do you have any calculations?
Esteemed Commission, unfortunately, I don't have any calculations, neither do my parents. I started to make an evaluation, look over the internet, what was the price of construction materials back then and everything needed for building a house, but I can say that the house was built between 2006 and 2008. That's what I can certainly state.
In the third round of questions, you stated that the real value incurred for the construction of the house was lower than one estimated in the real estate register, as most of the work was carried out on your own. Is this information correct?
I presume it is correct, Esteemed Commission. And why? Because most of the works were carried out by some close relatives of mine. And those are important works, which could have been paid for. Given that my parents helped them in their turn, they helped me. That's why I believe that it is possible that it was even less. Everything that was also confirmed by the evaluation report that I did. And I looked that if you look at prices in 2006 and 2008, it would add up to a little bit less than the evaluated value of the house.
In the first round of written communication with the Commission, you stated that the house was built between 2006 and 2008. All construction work, including the roof installation, windows, doors, and interior work up to the white variant, was completed between 2006 and 2008. From 2020 to the present, minor maintenance work has been periodically carried out. Is this information correct?
It is mostly correct, but not since 2020, but since 2017 when I moved. A little bit in 2017 and 2018 when I moved, then a little break, and then 2020 and 2021, and then 2022, and going on.
In the second round of written communication, you were asked to indicate another construction work between 2008 and 2020. You stated that in principle, no construction work was carried out of your house from 2008 to 2017. In December 2017, your family moved into this house, and in spring 2018, you and your wife painted the walls. In 2020, you purchased some construction materials related to the assembly of an awning for the car. In 2021, you bought some more materials and finished the awning assembly. Also, in 2021, you purchased some concrete items which you covered the fence. Is this information correct?
Yes, this is correct, what I declared back then.
In the second round of questions, you informed the Commission that between 2008 and June 2011, you lived with your father in Florești district. In June 2011, you moved to the Chișinău and lived with your wife in your father-in-law's apartment. In May 2013, you and your wife changed your domicile and continued to live in Chișinău until 2017. And in 2017, you moved to your own house in Singera. Is this information correct?
Esteemed Commission, it is partially correct. It was not my father-in-law's apartment, but it was an apartment that was rented by father-in-law at that time. Everything else is correct.
Could you explain why, if your house was constructed by 2008, you didn't explore it until 2017 and preferred to live in other rental apartments?
Esteemed Commission, I will explain. The house was built, it was covered, doors, windows. It was gray or white wall version, as we say. In 2013, we had our first child, a minor. We did not move into the house because it lacked some needed conditions. Because it was only 2015 when we managed to connect to water supply. No, it wasn't 2015, only 2018. That we connected to water supply. And I'll explain why. The territory where I purchased the land plot, there were new land plots, very few owners. And when the first owner came and connected to the water supply system, we, the following inhabitants from that neighborhood, needed to have his permission to do that first. I had the permission from the Upper Canal, that's the water supply authority, but that person was not allowing me, and without that consent, Upper Canal couldn't connect us. Otherwise, they could have, it was possible for him to sue them in court. So I needed to look for that person to give me the permission to connect to water supply. And to move into that house with a small child was impossible. That was one of the biggest problems why we did not move there. After the years, more and more people moved there, roads were built, people connected to electricity, there were better conditions for me to move with my family into the house and live there.
For your explanation. In the third round of questions, you were asked to explain where you worked until the beginning of your activity as a prosecutor, indicate the estimated income for each year, obtain it until the start of your activity as a prosecutor, and provide confirmatory documents. The Commission has reasonable doubts regarding the funds used to construct your house, so it requested this information to ensure that you had enough funds to build the house where you currently live. The Commission does not have the aim to verify the legality of your income received until 2008. You informed the Commission that you worked at a private company in 2008, but you don't remember what income you had from this company. You also didn't provide other requested information about your other income until 2008. Is that correct? And could you provide this requested information today?
Yes, esteemed Commission, I can inform the Commission that in 2007 I worked at Icastur Limited Company. If I'm not mistaken, I had an income of 6,000 lei at that time. 2005 to 2006, I was studying for my master's degree. If the Commission allows, that's for your question. That's why I reached that conclusion, because I did not understand it from the very beginning. I wanted to prove to the Commission, and as I answered in the questions to the Commission, the house was mostly built with my parents' help. I was 24, I was very young, I was a beginner.
Thank you. During the fourth round of questions, you were asked to provide a list of construction work carried out in 2006, 2007, and 2008. You explained that you don't remember what works was carried out each year due to long time. Is that correct? And could you provide this requested information now?
Esteemed Commission, unfortunately, it's not that I did not want, I just don't want to mislead the Commission. I don't remember, and I actually got in touch with the persons who helped me. No one can confirm precisely. Like, let's suppose that in 2006 they prepared the land plot for construction. Then in 2000, or late 26, early 2007, maybe foundation and wall. The only thing I know certainly that the roof was installed in 2008 because some financial resources were needed and my father had to contract 2 loans so that we could finish the roof. That's the only thing I can state certainly. But in 2007, 6, 7, and 8, I just know that we managed to build the house. Moreover, when we purchased the house, that person who sold it to us sold us the construction permit and the urbanism certificate, land planning certificate, and it said that we needed to fit into 3 years, and we made everything possible to fit in that time in order not to have to go to extend the construct permit and the urbanism certificate. That's why parents and I would try to do everything possible to do the works within that time frame.
In the first round of questions, you stated that you and your parents covered the expenses for the construction work in 2006, 2008. Today you confirmed this information. The minor maintenance work from 2020 to the present has been funded by your salary and donation. Is this information correct?
Exactly, esteemed Commission, that is correct.
Could you specify how much your parents and you spent on construction of the house starting from 2006 by 2008?
I cannot confirm. Based on the evaluation that I did, approximately, my parents, if I may, they had around 400,000 lei income, my father and mother together. I believe that with that amount, at that time, it was possible to build a house, for sure, because my house is not big. It's a one-story house, very simple house.
During the fourth round of questions, you were asked to explain the source of financial means used for constructing the house and for construction works in each 2006, 2007, and 2008 year. You explained that in 2008 you used your parents' income, loans, and credits. Today we received information from you by email about your parents' income and expenses in 2006 and 2008. Is that correct?
Yes, it is correct.
You were asked to indicate where you purchased the building materials and provide a short description of the materials, place of purchase, period, quantity. You explained that you don't remember exactly where the construction materials were purchased because a long time has passed. Is that correct? And could you provide this information now?
Esteemed Commission, it would be my biggest pleasure to provide you with that information, but honestly, I don't have any information of that kind. I tried to talk to my relatives who were purchasing. It was from markets where they found something cheaper. For instance, at that period of time, sand was not sold in authorized shops. It was sold on the side of the roads, on the curbs. So maybe this happens today as well. It's not because I don't want, it's just I'm not able to provide you this information. I don't know where it was purchased from. I just know that stone was built, limestone blocks were built, bought, cement, wood to put the roof. But I was studying for my master's degree. I was not part of this work. My mother trusted a lot that relative that helped us, so I did not participate in that. It wouldn't be a problem to gather that, but unfortunately, it just wasn't possible.
In the written communication, you also were asked to explain whether anyone lived in your dwelling house between 2008 and 2017, and who paid for any communal service if necessary. You explained that no one lived in this house, and you don't remember whether paying for any communal services for 2017 to 2017 was required. Is that correct? Do you have something to clarify regarding this requested information today?
Esteemed Commission, I can confirm with certainty that indeed between 2008 and 2017, when I moved with my family into the house, no one lived there. Since 2017, when we started to live there, we started to pay for electricity because we were not connected to the water supply, yet we were borrowing water from the neighbors. So, electricity, and for heating we had the boiler, and it was mentioned in the declaration. So it was a wood-based boiler for heating, and that's all.
During the fourth round of questions, you were presented with historical active satellite photos of your land plot in Sinjara. These photos are available on open source information and were taken in 2005, 2007, 2008, 12, 16, and 17. You were asked to indicate the exact period when the construction of the house was started. You confirmed previously provided information that the construction of the house was started in 2006 and finished by 2008. That is, the construction of the house was completed within the 3-year term set in the construction permit. Is that correct?
Yes, esteemed Commission, that is correct. I saw the pictures too, but I also made an analysis of the pictures that the Commission sent me, and I found also on a geoportal managed by the government. It's called geodata.gov.md, and I found that in 2007 my house was built and half of the roof was on it. Well, not the roof tiles, but the ceiling was how installed. So I did not mislead the Commission. That was the truth.
So the construction permit was issued in 2005. So it means that you finished the house in 2007. Is that correct?
It was valid for 3 years until April 2008. I finished the house in 2008, not in 2007.
But if permit was issued in 2005, so 3 years deadline is in 2007, not in
Esteemed Commission, if I may, it was April the 5th, 2005. 3 years make it for 5th of April 2008.
Yes, correct. In some answers, you mentioned that the house was completed by 2008, while in other answers, you said that no construction work was carried out between 2008 and 2020. Could you specify and clarify if any construction work was done in 2008? It's maybe after April 2008.
After April 2008, when it comes to the construction of the house, no works took place. So we moved, working on the inside to we started to work on the walls to make them smooth. No other works were done.
So we have some photos that were taken from internet, from open source information. As you already mentioned, you also provided a photo taken in 2007 from geoportal geodata.gov.md. So by analyzing the photo you submitted, which was taken in 2007, and the photo available to the Commission, which was taken in 2008, it can be reasonably assumed that the image captured in both photos is similar. The unfinished construction of your house is captured in both photos. We can clearly see only the foundations of the house in these photos, and probably some construction of walls and the attic at the back of the house. This raises doubts that the construction of the house could not have been completed in 2007 or 2008, contrary to what you claimed. How could you explain this information?
Esteemed Commission, besides providing to the Commission the pictures that I also obtained, I also provided declarations of my neighbors who were there at that time and who can confirm with certainty that the house was built between 2006 and 2008. Moreover, those neighbors were the ones who helped me, besides the work that they helped me with water, electricity, because at that time I didn't have electricity or water connected, so I was borrowing water and electricity from them. They know that. I also asked them to leave their phone number in the declaration, so if the Commission has any doubts, they could call them and ask about the works. But I confirm with certainty once more that the works took place between 2006 and 2008. I have no interest to mislead the Commission.
Thank you. In the first round of written communication with the Commission, you stated that a fence around your land plot was built and a gate was installed between 2006 and 2008. However, no installations of the gate, fence, or its elements are visible in the satellite photos available to the Commission taken in 2005, 2007, 2008, even 2012, and 2016. The construction of the fence is seen only in a photo taken in 2017. How can you explain this?
I don't know, esteemed Commission, why in the pictures, in the satellite photos, the fence does not show, because the fence was put on the edges. It was stone, but between neighbors it was made of a metal net. And maybe that is not visible because the pictures on Google Earth are not of the best quality. I made an analysis because I was also curious to see. And maybe this is the reason why the fence is not visible, because this metal mesh or net is not visible on the pictures.
In the fourth round of questions, you confirmed that the construction of the house began in 2006, and after the purchase of the plot of land, and series of works related to preparing the land, such as leveling the lot and digging the foundation, were carried out. The satellite photos from 2007 that were available to the Commission do not capture these land works. How can you explain this?
I cannot explain this thing, why they did not capture. At least the stone I bought for the foundation was used for the fence as well. I saw the stone on the picture, but in the second photo, the stone is not visible. I also noticed, esteemed Commission, some differences between the photos that were provided. At the same time, looking into the terms and conditions of Google Earth, I saw that it states clearly there that pictures may be taken in one year and probably published in another one. He said captured, but probably meant published, I'm not sure.
If your house was completed by 2008, why the connection to electricity made in 2015, as you mentioned today, the connection to drinking water made in 2018, and the gas connection made only in 2021?
După cum am declarat și anterior în
As I
comisiei,
declared
noi,
previously,
casa unde locuiesc eu acum e
the
într-o
house where I
zonă
live
nouă.
today is in a
Acolo, de exemplu,
new
mâine,
area.
apă,
For instance, water,
mâine și apă, aveam numai primul rând
electricity
de casă. Eu locuiesc
was
la patrulea
available
rând de
only to
casă.
the
Acolo cândva au
first
fost terenuri
row
agricole.
of houses, and I
când s-a
live in the
început
fourth
să-
one.
să
This
mărească
land
orașul
used to
unde
be
eu locuiesc,
farming
s-a
land,
început
and
să
when
dea
the
loc de casă
city
nouă
where I
în
live started to
deja acolo s-a
grow,
format.
they
De-aia
started
și
to
noi am
allot
fost- noi am
new
conectat
land plots
foarte,
for
foarte
construction,
greu
and that's why it took
să-
such a
cum am
long
făcut, să
time.
conectăm foarte greu, atât la apă, cât
We
la
got the
lumină,
possibility
și
to
toate-
connect to all
toate
this
chestiile.
water, electricity very late.
How much did you pay for this construction of work, service, and construction materials? Can you provide at least an approximate amount?
Da, onorat comisie. eu am
Yes, esteemed
expediat
Commission,
comisiei
I
cât anume am
sent
prezentat.
to the Commission
Dacă o să-mi
how much,
permiteți,
and
dacă
if
mă
I
duc să
may,
intru în
or if you
întrebări,
remind
am
me the
aici,
question
dar-
round, I have them here, but
Dacă îmi permiți, pentru
So,
conectarea energiei
if I
electrice
may,
costă
in
79
order
de lei.
to connect to the
79 de bani.
electricity grid,
Pentru gaz
179
270 de
lei.
lei.
For the gas,
Și
more than
pentru
2,000
apă,
lei. And
pentru
for
apă i-am
the
achetat
water,
personal,
I paid
persoane care mi-a
personally
permis să
to
mă
the
conectez,
person
pentru că
who
ei
allowed me
trebuie să
to
achit, a
connect
fost
to
2000 de lei.
It was
Părere de rău,
2,000
n-am
lei.
putut să prezint o
Unfortunately,
declarație
I
comisiei
could
în acest
not
gen,
present a
pentru că
declaration to
persoana nu
the
este la momentul
Commission
actual în
on this
Republica
because the
Moldova.
person is not currently in the Republic of Moldova.
Thank you, but I will repeat my questions. The question is, how much did you pay for all construction work of your house and for all construction materials that were used for constructing your house? And questions regarding approximate amount for this cost.
Onorat comisie, chiar
Esteemed Commission, I really
nu știu ce să vă spun la
don't
această
know
întrebare. Eu am
what to
explicat și
answer
anterior,
to
nu
this
că nu
question.
vreau,
I
dar sincer,
explained
chiar
previously,
nu
it's
păstrez
not that I
niciun
don't
cec din
want
2006,
this, but
2008.
I don't have
Nu pot să
any
spun exact sau să
receipts
duc în
from
eroare comisia,
2006
acum
up to
spun că
2008. I don't want to mislead the Commission and say 300,000, 350,000 or 280,000. I'm telling you as it is. This is why I wanted to have an evaluation report because if my parents had an income of approximately 400,000 and my house was assessed to more than 400,000 lei, I think my parents had the financial means to build this home.
Do you have documents proving expenses for constructing your dwelling house in Singere?
Nu, onorată comisie, nu am documente.
No, esteemed Commission, I have no documents. What I managed to obtain was the official income of my parents, which I sent to the Commission. But I honestly don't have any other documents. Had I had them, I would have presented them.
Could you explain why you didn't save the documents proving your expenses, purchase of construction materials and construction services?
Vă explic, onorată comisie, de ce, pentru că de fiecare dată
I'll explain,
când am
Honorable
cumplit
Commissioner.
careva materiale de
Each
construcție,
time we had to
automat
pay
coordona sau
for
tata sau cu
some
mama.
or to purchase some
Indiferent, având în vedere
materials.
persoane
This
care
was
sunt-
coordinated with
care mă
my
ajutau la
father or my
construcția
mother
casei, nu necesita
because
ca să prezinte careva cec sau careva bon.
my
Vă spun, onorat
they
comisie,
didn't
o să
request
vreau
receipts
să fiu
from
sincer,
those who
eu
were
cred că de
building the
fiecare-
house.
de mai multe ori, chiar și când s-au cumpărat
And I
materiale astea de
think
construcție,
several
nu cred
times,
că de
even
fiecare dată
if
persoanele la care
these
cumpărau
materials
rudele
were
materiale de construcție
purchased,
ofereau cec sau bon.
I don't think those from whom my relatives were purchasing the construction materials would have given the receipt.
Dacă o să-mi permiți, cer scuze, cum și-am declarat
If I may,
anterior,
I apologize.
în
If,
preajma la
as
Singere,
I
din cumpărarea
declared
materiale de
previously,
construcție, erau,
around
cum să
Singere,
zic eu, piețe.
there
Piețe
were
din-
like markets where the construction materials were built from. We call them
Așa se spunea atunci, de acolo se
markets.
procurau și piatra, și
So this is
nisipul,
where
și
we
cementul,
purchased
de exemplu. Nu
the
erau-
stone,
de exemplu,
the
acum
sand,
nu
and
sunt
everything.
magazine, nu
Now
se
we have
cumpără,
developed, we
elibera
have
facturi și nu- atunci, în acea
shops.
perioadă, nu era chiar
You
simplu
buy
cum
from them and
fac
you
astăzi.
get an invoice, but back then we didn't have all this.
What source of income did your family have starting from 2008 to 2017?
Familia împreună cu părinții sau
My
familia
family
mea
together
personală?
with my parents or just
Just your
my...
family. Not amounts, but source of income, salaries. Maybe.
Deci, sursele noastre de venit erau salariul
Our
meu,
sources of income were my salary. When she was working, we had the salary of my wife. Each time we tried to
am câtuși de puțin, dar spune,
save
parcă
even
facem câteva
a small
economii,
amount, but to have some savings,
și deja donațiile de la părinți.
and the donations from my
Pentru că
parents,
atât părinții mei, cât și părinții
or our parents,
soției
because both my parents
au lucrat
and
cu
my
tare.
wife's parents
De
used to
fiecare
work
dată, cu fiecare
abroad.
părinte,
And
donați.
each time,
Dacă nu
as
să avem
any
undeva
parents,
ceva,
they would
ne ajutau.
give us money, and if we didn't have something, they would help us.
Could you confirm that you had no expenses for constructing the dwelling house from 2008 to 2017?
Între 2008 și 2017,
Between
care
2008
de
and
construcție nu s-au efectuat.
2007, there were no construction works for the house. I can confirm this.
Thank you for your answers. Maybe do you have something to add or clarify regarding this issue of constructing your house?
Nu, onorat comisie, nu am
No,
nimic de
esteemed
adăugat.
Commission, I have
Eu am
nothing
fost
else to
foarte
add. I've
sincer cu
tried to
dumneavoastră,
be
am reușit
very
am
honest with
încercat să
you.
ofer comisiei
I
absolut
tried
tot ce
to
am-
give the
ce am
Commission
dispus, ce am avut la mine
all the
ca să ofer
information I
comisiei.
had, or everything I
Altceva
had.
nou de adăugat nu am.
So I have nothing else to add. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me see if any of the other commissioners have any questions at this point. Seeing none, Mr. Beiu will give you an opportunity to make any additional closing statement that you would like to.
Vă mulțumesc frumos, onorat comisie.
Thank you very much, esteemed
Vreau să
Commission.
mulțumesc,
I would
atât
like
comisiei,
to
cât și
thank
lucrătorilor
both the
Secretariatului
Commission
Comisiei
and
pentru
the
munca depusă.
members of the Secretariat for the work they've put into this. I understand now that this is a lot of work, because whether I want it or not, I was involved in this work also. I would like to wish you good health, success in your activity,
Și să trecem cu bine.
and I hope we will go through this all with good results. God help.
Let me thank you for your participation in the hearing today and throughout the evaluation process. The Commission will deliberate on this matter and issue our decision in due course, and I will declare the hearing to be closed. Thank you.